What's up guys, it's your boy Milano Miguel, back at it again with another video. Today's episode 8 of season 3 of the AC Milan vlog series, so here we go.
Casti against Galini to reach the Champions League. And Tomori has got a third goal that puts it beyond.
Lo voglio sempre! Rebic batte!
Match day 8 in Italian Serie A. Milan would host Hellas Verona at the San Siro. Now, before we get into the match, Milan have been dealing with a lot of injuries lately. I don't know what's going on in the Milan lab, but Mike Mignon had wrist surgery, so he just won't be back until early 2022, so we wish him a speedy recovery. Alessandro Florenzi had his knee surgery not too long ago. Junior Mercedes is out with a muscle injury that he sustained. Tuamue Bakayoko still hasn't recovered from his injury. And Theo Hernandez and Brahim Diaz are both out with COVID-19. So with that being said, there were changes to the starting lineup. Cyprian Chatroșanu would make his way as the starting goalkeeper because Alessandro Plezari is also out, but Milan did sign Antonio Marante as their backup goalkeeper. He will be registered for Milan with their Champions League squad, so maybe he will play in the Champions League for Milan? Not really sure. Davide Calabria, Fikayo Tomori, Alessio Romagnoli, Fode Ballo-Torre in the back line. And then we had Ismail Benacer and Frank Cassier at the double pivot. Alexis Salamakers, Daniel Maldini gets a start because Brahim Diaz out with COVID. Ante Rebic and Olivier Giroud back at the top for Milan. First half for Milan was pretty poor. I think that Milan were overthinking things. They're a bit too complacent. You could also say that they were just hesitant in defense. It seems like they were kind of nervous. Caprari would manage to find the back of the net in the 7th minute against Milan, giving us flashbacks and deja vus of the last Verona game at the San Siro where Verona was leading us 2-0 very early on in the game. A very poor goal for Milan to concede. Seemed like they were very hesitant. I know Benacer bumped into Tomori, but like the reaction time was just really slow. And we shouldn't have put Cyprian Chatroșanu in that type of position, especially early on into the match. We should have just dominated our presence, and wasn't really understanding why we were kind of playing out the back. That just kind of brought more problems to us. Even though that happened, we did try to create. Rebic looked very integral in this first half. Controversial penalty that we get back up in about the 23rd minute. So Romagnoli and Kalinic both going for the ball. Romagnoli clearly gets to the ball first, but Kalinic sticks out his leg, makes contact with Romagnoli's foot/ankle. It goes to VAR. We see different angles of this, and it's still deemed as a penalty. I'm not sure why, because you clearly see Kalinic sticking out his leg. If Kalinic doesn't stick out his leg, Romagnoli gets to the ball and clears the ball. Nevertheless, a penalty was called. Antonin Barak steps up to the ball, scores 24th minute. Cyprian Chatroșanu did go the right way, but not fast enough to get down and make the save. Milan down 2-0. Then, a rather unfortunate turn of events, Ante Rebic, who was reported couldn't finish training earlier this week, went down, later discovered that it was a niggling ankle sprain. So Rafael Leao came off the bench in the 35th minute to replace him. Rafael Leao coming off the bench, though, did make an impact in this game. He started off upping the intensity, going against players, attacking them on the dribble, one-on-one, trying to get past them. And he's playing with a lot of confidence and swagger, which I'm really loving. Halftime, Milan are down 2-0. Padre Pioli decides that he's going to make some big calls. He takes off Alexis Salamakers and brings on Samu Castillejo, and then he takes off Daniel Maldini and brings on Rade Krunic. Let's talk about Castillejo though. Castillejo's substitution was the biggest impact in this game and ultimately helped us win this game. Leao, again, a skilled player playing at his best right now at Milan. He's playing with confidence. dribbling past his defenders, making runs, taking shots. It was just amazing to see what he plays. And he dribbles past 2 defenders, puts it across into the box, and none other than Olivier Giroud gets his head to it. Back post in the back of the net, 59th minute. Milan 1, Verona 2. We all know how Milan is. A 2-0 lead is not always the strongest lead or cushion in Serie A. So getting that goal just kind of gave them that edge to attack more and try to get a draw or a win. Olivier Giroud, Rafael Leao, and even Franck Kessié all doing their part, trying to create opportunities to score the second goal for Milan to get them back on level terms with Verona. Samu Castillejo wins the penalty in the 73rd minute. Contact with him. Some people say it's soft, but there was legit contact with his foot. Penalty. Franck Kessié steps up, converts the penalty in the 76th minute. Milan 2, Verona 2. Zlatan Ibrahimovic comes into the game. Benacer is off. And then Castillejo makes a great run. It looks like he was trying to cross the ball in. Gunter passes the ball into the back of the net in the 78th minute. Own goal. Milan 3, Verona 2. And Tonali comes on to replace Olivier Giroud. The last couple of minutes of the game were a bit nervy. It looked like Zlatan almost had a chance to get a goal. He had that outrageous bicycle kick that he attempted, and had he got his timing just a bit more better, that probably could have ended up in the back of the net. A nervy end to the game, but nevertheless, Milan fought and they held on, and they got a big fat 3 points, which launches them into first place right now because Napoli hasn't played yet. But these are the gut-wrenching wins that the Milan of old would never do. If this was 2 seasons ago, we would probably lost this match. There was no hope. But the mentality has changed here. Players are all doing their jobs when they're called upon. I think Rade Krunic, who came in, made a really good impact along with Samu Castillejo. I think Samu Castillejo is the man of the match in my opinion. Wins the penalty, gets the winning goal even though it was an own goal from Gunter. He just changed the dynamic of the game. Salamakers didn't really have a good game, neither did Daniel Maldini, and Pioli saw that and made the right substitutions, brought on Krunic, who, hasn't had the best Milan career, but last year against Verona scored a wonderful free kick to help us get points in that game that we needed, which helped us launch us into the top 4 last season. Same thing with Castillejo. Even though Castillejo isn't Milan quality and he isn't Champions League quality, that guy makes an effort every time he steps on the pitch. And even though he isn't the best of players, you can tell that he loves Milan. He was bawling in tears after the final whistle. It's kind of emotional. I think that he knows that his time at Milan is coming to an end. And just to be able to score the game winner, especially after all the abuse that he's received on social media, it's just a lot. Milan pretty dominant in this game. 17 shots, 4 on target, 55% possession compared to Verona's 10 shots, 5 on target. I think Tatarashanu did a decent job in goal today. The first 2 goals that we conceded wasn't really his fault. It was more so the defense. The penalty was, not really a penalty in my opinion. I think Fikayo Tomori and Alessio Romagnoli did a good job in defense. I think Ballatore had a rough start, but he turned it around later on in the game. Davide Calabria, well reliable, vice captain, did a good job. Benacer cleaned up his performance, so did Franck Kessié, because that midfield was looking very shaky in that first half. We couldn't really control much, which is why Verona had the opportunities that they had in the first half. We already touched upon Salamakers and Daniel Maldini. They just didn't really show up today, didn't really have the best games, and that's why they got the boot after halftime. Krunic and Castillejo, super subs, did great for 45 minutes. Ultimately helped us get the win. Olivier Giroud, I think he had a decent performance. His 3rd goal at the San Siro, and I think 3 starts for Milan, I believe so. So congrats to him getting another goal to his tally. Rafael Leao doesn't get enough credit. This guy is a baller, and once he finds his finishing boots, he will be a lethal weapon for Milan. It's only up from there, in my opinion. Ante Rebic shouldn't have played this match, and even if he did play, I don't know, maybe he should have just played 45 minutes. But regardless, he has an ankle sprain. We don't know how long he'll be because we don't know the grade of the ankle sprain. It could be a grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and that will dictate how long he will be out for. But hopefully it's not too long. Tomori might have looked like he picked up a knock, but fingers crossed that, you know, we could get back healthy, because this is a Milan team who's playing with depleted players but still getting results like last season. So just imagine what happens when we have a full squad, and it's gonna be rough missing Mike Mignon until 2022, but I'm hoping the defense could do the job that they need to do and help out Cyprian Tatarusanu. Tatarusanu isn't as bad as he seems, just I think lack of confidence and lack of playing time just always messes with you when you're a goalkeeper. So once he finds his feet, he should be fine. Antonio Mirante, the new signing, we'll see how that goes with the Champions League. I don't think Cyprian Tatarusanu will play in the Champions League, but a big 3 points here, a great victory for us. You can't complain here. Padre Pioli got it right once again. I think he's learned from last season where he didn't make subs, or, you know, made the wrong subs, and he's learned from that, and that's growth. Milan looking like a dangerous side that can actually compete for the Scudetto this season. These are the wins that a Scudetto winning team needs to win. Think about Juve when they won 9 Scudetti in a row. These were the kind of bad games, bad results that they would still win. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Forza Milan in peace. Porto coming up soon, so see you guys for that one. Bye.